Here's a quick walkthrough of the facility owner dashboard and all the different tabs and what everything does and where you can find everything. So first we'll go log in. We'll log in with our credentials. Then we'll have this menu where you'll have your dashboard, which we'll go to right now. It just shows you a basic overview of how many listings you have posted, how many bookings, and then your earnings. And so down here, we also have a knowledge base. If you have any questions, you can go there and hopefully it can be answered. We're just building this feature out actually at the moment. It's for events. So if you have tournaments or camps or any type of event like that, soon you'll be able to actually run those completely from your Courttimes dashboard as well. You can sell tickets, you can manage reservations, everything like that. And then here, if you need to book, if you need to block out like a certain period of time, like if you have like an internal league or something, you can just make an admin booking. You just choose what listing you need to book, the day. If it's like multiple days, and you can do an end date, and then the start time and the end time. Choose a little message like saying what it is, I guess, and then submit. And so now we'll go down here. This will show where your upcoming bookings are. So it looks like right here we have a new, this is just for an example, it looks like we have a new booking request here for, let's say that this is one of our facilities. They want to book it on the 23rd. Let's see, oh, this is when it came in, sorry. And then they want to book it for the 25th from 10 a.m. to 11. They're going to have 6 guests. And then the subtotal of this booking would be $120. It's $120 an hour, so they're just booking it for 1 hour. So we can go here, see a breakdown of everything. You can charge for additional players if you want. This listing isn't charging for additional players, so it would just be $120. Right here, let's say that we wanted to add a discount or something for some reason. We can just call this like promo. Let's say we would just want to give $10 off for whatever reason, and we would add that and then save discounts. It gets applied right here, so now the payment due changes, and then in the breakdown you can now see that there's a promo added. So then after that, we can see who it came in from. It'll link to their user profile. So at this point, you're basically deciding if this booking is available. If it is available, then you'll hit confirm availability. Once you've done that, we'll go to my bookings, and it'll show right here that the status of it is awaiting payment. So I'm just going to go ahead and confirm it real quick. So then once the renter has successfully completed the payment, we can refresh here, and then the status will change to booked. So once they've completed their payment, then it'll show as booked. And again, we can just go to details. We can see everything about the booking. There's the booking status. There's all the payment info. We can print it out if we want. And then in the profile section, you can put your profile photo. Usually I would recommend just putting a photo of your logo. Here's the username. You can show it to display publicly. First name, last name, whoever is the facility owner. A short bio. This will show up on your facility profile page, the publicly viewed one. That'll show your bio, as well as all the different listings that you have posted, and then any reviews as well. And then just some address information. Here's the verification tab. This is to make sure that your email is verified, and then just to make sure that the account owner is who they say they are, just so we can make sure that all of our hosts are actually renting properties that they do in fact manage. If you want to change your password, and then here's the payment method tab. This is where you can put how you'd like to be paid out as a facility. So you can be paid out we can pay you through PayPal. We do facility payments every week. So however many bookings you get for that week, you'll get paid out weekly. We can pay through Zelle or any other way that you'd like. You can just put that here. We're pretty flexible. We can work with however you'd like to get paid. And then onto the My Listings tab. This will show all of your listings. You can search by listing if you have a lot. You can look at all of your listings in any status. You can just see the ones you have published, just listings that are pending. Here are a bunch of different listings. It'll show a thumbnail, the address of the listing, the title, the type that it is, the price per hour, if it is available to be booked. It will show each of your listings will have its own unique listing ID. Here's the status of each listing, and then the actions that you can do. You can edit the listing here. You can upgrade it to featured, so it'll show up at the top of the search results. You can delete a listing. You can pause it temporarily if you want. You can just pause it and then restart it later, or you can view the listing. For now, let's just go and edit this listing, for example. So here is where we can put the title, put a description, just describing the listing. You can choose the type of listing here, put the facility size. You can choose what times the facility is available, or this specific listing is available to be booked. The location, you can customize exactly where this is on the map. The price per hour, you can have a different price for weekends, and then you can choose what the weekend means. You can have the weekend be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday. Here's just an example. Shooting gun setup wouldn't make much sense here for soccer field, so let's just say that it's, I don't know, net setup. You could do 30 bucks, or if you want to do $25, and you can choose if that's just one single fee, if it's per hour, if it's per player, or if it's per hour per player or per guest. And you can add more. You can have unlimited of these. You can decide whether you want to allow additional guests in one reservation. You can put a custom cleaning fee in there if you want. You can put whatever additional fee you want. You can require a security deposit, tax percentage. You can have the price for one additional guest. You can have the number of additional guests that are allowed. These are all customized per listing, so each of your listings can have different customizations here as well. And then the media tab, this is where you can put photos of the listing. This is very important, obviously, to have high quality photos of the listing so that renters know what they're going to be booking. And then this little star, this is how you choose which photo will be featured. Whatever one you star will show up in the thumbnail. Here's the features section. You can choose what your facility offers. Basically, if you offer free parking, shooting gun, whiteboard, Wi-Fi, whatever you offer, you can add that so renters are aware of that. The terms and rules section, you can put your cancellation policy here. Some other options here, whether you allow children, whether you allow parties, if pets are allowed, smoking, and then any additional rules or information you can put there as well. And then the calendar. Here's where you can view all the bookings for that listing. So that booking that just came through, here it is. It's booked from 10 to 11 successfully on the 25th. So you can just view that in the calendar right here. And then after you've made any changes, you'll just hit update. And now let's view our listing real quick. This is what the listing will look like. You have your photos up here, the price per hour. This is what the renters will see when they find your facility. You'll be able to see where it is, look at the availability. Here's the about section. They can share it if they want. Here's the booking form. This is how they request to book your facility. They put in all the info like this. Here's that additional service that we put. So if we want to add that to our booking, it'll go there. They can view all of this payment info. If you had previously put in any extra fees, those would show up as line items as well. And it'll show how much the payment would be due. And then they'll request to book. Once they click this, then you'll receive that booking request. And then you can decide whether or not to allow them to rent it or not. Here's more details, show the features, terms and rules. They can go down here and see the availability of that listing here. So they can see, oh, I can't book it from this time, it's unavailable. And additionally, if they try to book it for that time in the calendar as well, it won't allow them. So they can go, let's see if I try to book this exact same time, it'll say that the hours are not available because it's already been booked. So you don't have to worry about double booking. And then it'll show that it's managed. This is just an example listing, so it's just managed by one of our just admin accounts. If we click on View Profile, now the facility profile page will show up. This will show the facility name, the location. The renter that's viewing the page can click here to send a quick direct message, or they can send an actual email to the facility. They can see the facility's rating, whether it's verified or not, the facility manager, the social media accounts, a short bio, and then down here it'll show all of the listings of that facility, as well as reviews. So all of this info, as a facility, you can actually fill out all of this info in the back end. So that'll be here. So whatever you fill out here in these sections will end up being filled out and show up on your public profile page that renters can view. Here's how you can add a new listing. You just simply go to the Add New Listing tab, and then you'll be able to fill out all the info here. The My Bookings tab will show all of your bookings and the status of each of the bookings. So it'll show that it's booked, awaiting payment, this booking was declined, this one was canceled. You can go through and look at all the individual details of each booking as well. And then in the wallet section, this will show all of your total earnings, the available balance that you still have to be paid out. Again, we pay out weekly, so you don't necessarily need to request a payout unless you absolutely need it earlier than on a weekly basis. But this will show your total earnings, like your lifetime earnings, and then this will be the ones you have available that will be paid out in the upcoming week. This will show how many bookings you've received. And then this is showing all the different payout times, the date that it was processed. These are just example ones again. This will be weekly. Every week there will be a new one. And then these earnings and payouts tabs, they just show these individually. And then we have a messaging system as well. So you can actually message renters as well. The renters can reach out to you with questions. So in the meantime, like before their booking, if you need to reach out to them to get any additional info, or you need them to send you any files or anything, like if you need to have a waiver signed, you can do that all through our messaging system as well. So for example, let me just send a a quick message. Okay, so it looks like we just got a new message here. John says, hello, do you offer basketballs for my booking on Saturday? So we can click on this notification. It'll bring us to the messaging tab. Here's the message right here. We can simply just reply back. How many will you need? We'll send that off to him. And then again, you can attach files as well through the messaging system. So just in case you needed to send a waiver to John to sign, you could send that over and he could sign it, send it back, and then you'd have that. Okay, looks like John saw it and he replied back. So that's just a little example conversation. It's just really quick, instant messaging that you can just message back and forth with renters. These other two tabs, not too important. The invoicing tab. And then likes. This is obviously more important for renters. They can go in and favorite some of their favorite facilities just to have them on hand. And yeah, that's a basic walkthrough of the whole facility dashboard. If I missed anything or you want me to go over something more in particular, let me know. But yeah,